Oh my goodness. Having some technical difficulties this morning, but oh my goodness. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to my live stream. It's Katie. I'm so excited that you guys are here. So we're going to continue to work on Hobbiton as we get this island wrapped up. We still have a lot to do, but let me check on a few settings here, and then we will go ahead and go through everything that I have done so far on the island. So as I'm doing that, I'll kind of explain some changes that I've made. Last stream we kind of went through the what was it? The lake. We did the lake. We did a couple other locations, and I have changed some things. And so almost no sound. Okay. Good morning, Christina. Give me just a second here, guys. I apologize for this. Hello, Melissa. Let's see. I wonder why my sound isn't working very well this morning. I want to do more of that. There we go. And I'm still figuring out the whole settings for my game here. So I apologize for that. Can't hear me. Oh my goodness. What is going on here? Is everyone able to hear me at all? My sound may not be a morning person. That's something that Sound and I can relate to. Okay, so it looks like majority of everyone's able to see. Christina, I'm not sure what's going on with your sound. Okay. So quiet. Okay. Let's see here. Input. I'll try to turn up my mic a little bit more so that way you guys can hear me. Can't really hear. Other channels are okay. Let's see. Is that a little bit better now? It's like what works for one stream is completely different for a different stream. Is that any better, guys? So I decreased my volume of my game. Let's see here. You can hear me a little bit. Yeah, tech is super fun. Like I said, just when I think I've got it figured out, it decides that it's going to do something different. Let's see if that works. How about that? Is that any better? Just switched. Okay, better. Awesome. Awesome. We got it figured out, I think. But like I said, like what I set up for one stream always seems to um what I set up for one stream seems to be very different for another stream. So it's always a fun little exploration of trying to figure out sound and technology. But anyway, guys, welcome to my live stream this morning. Hello, Golden. How are you today? I'm so excited that you're able to join us today. We're going to continue working on Hobbiton. My goal is to try to have Hobbiton done around mid-June, so that way I have some time to take some pictures, do some videos and stuff of the island, and then release the dream address for you guys to be able to check it out. And I want to do this all before the end of June, because at the end of June, that is when the new Story of Seasons comes into play. And so I'm hoping that, give me just a second here. There we go. And I'm hoping that I'll be able to start live streaming my gameplay for that one. So let's go ahead and check out all the things that I have done. As I mentioned a little bit earlier, I have made some changes since the last live stream. I have updated the lake area, and we'll be working on trying to finishing up that, as well as doing some other things around the island. I realized after the last live stream that I had been making a lot of little areas for island villagers, so like hobbit holes, and realized I didn't have enough villagers. I think this is a first time thing that I've ever experienced where I didn't have enough villagers. I have all 10. And I was like making areas for more than 10 villagers. And I was just like, yeah, we need to start figuring out what we want here. So let's go and check out the map real quick. And I'll just kind of explain some of the changes that I made. So before we had the lake being just a little bit bigger, I've condensed it, tried to make it look a little bit more natural, so that way when you're exploring it, it feels natural, looks natural. Because in Hobbiton, they didn't really change much of the landscaping, they just improvised with it because of the fact that they didn't have the technology or the tools to really do much more than dig into the earth for their homes. They didn't really have the materials that they needed to modify lakes, rivers, things like that. So because of that, I wanted to try to keep this as kind of a natural flowing area as possible. So I focused on making the lake feel very natural, very organic, things like that, but then, you know, building around it a little bit. So the other thing that I changed was the house that's right below the lake. I switched it to the other side, and I put Poppy there. Originally, this was going to be my farmland for my hobbit, but I decided that I'm going to switch that more down to the bottom of the island, and I'm going to turn that into a flower field. Another thing you'll notice that I've changed is in the lower right corner, I've created this kind of weird lake thing. I wanted to do something that wasn't really in the Shire, but I found this inspiration off of a Pinterest picture, and so I was like, yes, I want to go and do this. So we improvised, and we now have a spiral lake. The thing with this one is that I'm going to make it so that way the outside edge of it, you can't jump over to it, because of the fact that I don't want people to have access to the beaches. There's only like small areas that you can actually access the beaches, but for the majority of this island, the beaches are going to be inaccessible. I'm going to be putting a bunch of like pine trees, anything out there that I can really fill up the area a little bit, so that way it feels like it's part of the island, but up an area that isn't necessarily used by the hobbits, so to speak. So that's the biggest changes. If we have time today, based upon everything that I really want to do, we can start working on the party tree. So right above, just above the residential services and to the right, there's that big empty dark green patch. That is where the party tree is going to be. And so if we have time today, I'm going to start working on that and getting that going. And then right above there is actually going to be where Bag End, Bilbo Baggins' home, is going to reside. So lots of things to do. I'm excited. Let's get started building. So I'll show you actually firsthand like what the changes that I made. So over here, made different changes to the cliff sides so that way it felt kind of more natural. I do need to go up and change or add to this cliff area. I just haven't decided exactly what I want to do to that yet. So, oh, thank you, Melissa. And I have a spiral river. Aw, yes, I do. I love it. Very excited for Story of Seasons. I am too, actually. I'm a mixture of excited and nervous because the new changes that they are making to Story of Seasons is something that I'm going to struggle with, which is the time aspect. I'm very much a forager and I like to collect all the materials that I want to collect to be successful, and then I end up implementing those later on in the game. Well, this is going to have to be manage the farm, talk to villagers, do everything that you need to do all in one day, and the day is timed. So it's gonna be intense, and you guys are gonna see an interesting side of me, to say the least. So let's see. Matilda. You are definitely welcome to come over. And yes, there will be cake because I will have the party tree set up as if it's Bilbo Baggins' birthday. Because that's what we see in the Lord of the Rings series is we see Bilbo Baggins celebrating his 111th birthday. So I will make sure that there's cake there. I'll make sure that there's party decorations, everything that is involved with the party tree. So but yes, this area right here created this little stone bridge. I decided that any land or any bridge that is on the main area, I decided I wanted to have the stone bridge to kind of make it feel like it's more of the heavily populated area. So they've committed more to, being up to date on what I'm blanking on the words, guys. I'm sorry. It's early in the morning yet. But they are focused on newer changes and stuff to their civilization. So they're going to have stone bridges. There's going to have stone buildings. And so that's what the main area is going to be. It's when we get to experience bridges that aren't as developed. Nice try. Nice. The problem with that, Matilda, is if you come and visit me, I won't be able to do any modifications. You won't be able to see my process. But maybe at the end, we'll see. We'll see what happens. So another thing, like I said, that I've updated, I've started working on this area. I need to move all of these crops out, and then I will turn this into a flower area. So this will be a huge flower meadow that then goes into Poppy's home. So this was something I was working on last night because I was really struggling to figure out like how I wanted to do this little land bridge and make this area a little cozy area. And so I was working on this last night and I am so happy with how this turned out. I love this little land bridge. I love the little step going up to it. I think it is totally adorable. I know, but we can party all day. Maybe that I'll do sometime. Maybe what I'll do is when I finish Hobbiton, I will invite people to come and party with me on the island. Everybody dress up as their favorite Hobbiton character, and we'll do something like that. Or maybe what I'll do is I'll make it a subscriber only event or something like that. that at the end of every single island build, there is an exclusive party at the end of it. So you recognize the mini bridge. Yes, I've pulled so much inspiration from you, Matilda, as well as some other gamers as well. Like, you guys are so creative when it comes to little cute little details on your islands and stuff. So, oh my goodness, my sound keeps cutting out on my headset and I do not know why. Give me just a second. You guys are still able to hear me, right? There we go. For some reason, my Razor just wants to kind of disconnect today for some reason, and I'm not sure why. Big lake that I was talking about. I'm probably going to put some chairs or a little seat right here on the edge, but when you guys come to visit, you'll be able to come out to the edge of the bridge and see the lake from this view. You will also, awesome, you guys still can, oh no, sound again. What is going on with my audio today? Okay. Yes. Okay. Anyway, so this is the bridge. I'm going to have some items right here to kind of sit down and relax. This is not necessarily like a fishing bridge. It's just more of a scenic bridge kind of thing. Or not bridge, dock. Dock. There we go. And then over here, I created a little spot so that way you can see the lake from another area. So a little bit higher up view as well. So what else did I do? We'll go check out the spiral area here in a second, but I just want to kind of give you guys an overview of what I've accomplished so far. So I've kind of brought down the lake a little bit here, kept the bridge, and then the lake used to come up over to this area, but I decided to bring it down because it just kind of felt weird and looked kind of odd on the map. Eventually, Murphy's little home is going to be moved. He's going to be moved to the other side of the island. And so that was one of the areas that I was like, oh, I really want to do this. Even though his area does look cute, I will give you that. But it will be moved and I will work on reconstructing this area. I believe last time we were in the process of adding these in here, or adding these houses in here. So those are there. I have added fencing. I've added a little bit of decor in here so that way you guys can kind of see what I've been doing here. But yeah, that's this area. Hello, Sherry. Oh, Daisy, sorry. I saw your screen name first, and then I looked at what you said. Thursday was your brother's birthday. Well, tell your brother happy birthday from us. Okay, and then over here, originally the staircase down to the secret beach was on this side. I decided to move it over here. I still wanted to have access to it, even though technically there is no beach. I'll decorate it, make it cute and whatnot. And then over here, as I said, this is going to be where Bilbo Baggins' home is going to be, Bag End. I do have to clear all this out. This has kind of been my storage location during the whole entire build. So if there's like trees that I want to save, or I want to save some flowers, it's kind of been this area that I've been using that for. So, okay, so let's head down over here. Again, this is going to be where the party tree is going to be. We're back in the marketplace area. So everything just kind of is going to loop around in itself. So, and I'm coming at the spiral area from a different angle because I want you guys to get that feel. Oh, and I also updated the farm area. So originally had everything kind of spread out a little bit more. I felt like it was very empty and incomplete. So I started working on this and decided to just kind of crunch everything together. I still use the same area or I didn't decrease the size of the area. I just rearranged things more to feel more efficient and added items to make it feel more packed. So that's this area that I've improved. Still need to work on the, oh, I forgot I had mail. Still need to work on the farm here. This is going to be a farmer maggots area, but obviously I'm not going to work on this until I get my house out of here and then I move Murphy's house into this area. So he's going to be representing farmer maggot for me. And then up here again, another little storage area. Another big change is that this cliffside used to be connected to the cliffside with the waterfalls. I have removed that and turned that into a water area. This is going to be basically a view of the Green Dragon. That's what that house is going to become. And then this will just be kind of like a fun little overview picnic area. And then here is the spiral area I started working on. As I said before, I'm going to put items here along the edge, this outside edge of the water, so that way you can't jump off of it. So that way you're not able to access the beaches. But yeah, this is what I have been working on the last few days. It's kind of crazy to think about the fact that our last live stream was on Tuesday and already these changes have been made. I came on to game with the idea and the intent to finish up some things that we weren't able to finish up on the live stream, and of course my imagination, my ideas all came flooding at me at once, and the next thing I know I am redesigning areas. So oh, thank you. I'm going to try to write down all of the codes and post those when I complete the island, because I am still at this point where I'm switching out codes and figuring out what I really want to use on the island. The cobblestone one is definitely one that I'm going to keep for right now, but like these flowers, these other in-game codes, I'm still trying to figure those out, but I'm trying to write them down so that way when I do release my dream address, you guys are able to see the codes that I've used on my island. I'm trying to get better about that. I know I haven't done that in the last few islands that I've released, but I'm definitely trying. I'm trying, guys. And then up over here, it's just going to be a kind of a quick little jog over, and then we'll go down into the party tree area. But over here is actually where Murphy's home is going to be. He's going to have his own little like secluded area that he's going to just kind of hang out and have. He's kind of like my loner slash not grumpy, because that's Murphy, or no, not Murphy, Marty, sorry, I'm getting my names confused. Marty's going to be over here, and he's going to have his own little secluded, just likes to be having his own area kind of thing. That's my envision of him. So but yeah, those are the biggest changes that I have to the island so far. Oh, I did enhance a beach. Let me show you guys that. So I do have an area where the beach is able to be accessible. And that is way over here. So here is Marshall's home. He's got the peninsula right here, just kind of a place to just hang out. And then, of course, he has this little beach. I'll probably put some chairs and stuff for him to kind of sit down and relax on, but not really decorating it too much because, again, the Shire didn't really have beaches. They were landlocked, so there was just no access to water besides streams. But I close off the beach entirely and also not be able to use the peninsula either, so I have that there. But yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and start working on the flower meadow. I'm looking at flowers and I can't even say the name. But I'm going to start working on the flower meadow and switching the farm that was up top down to this area down below. This will be a little farming area on Hobbiton. So let's go ahead and start doing, oh, there's a bee. Oh, I do have to open up these. Also, guys, anytime during the live stream, if you have questions that you want to ask me, feel free. I know we've done a couple QA live streams already, but feel free to ask any questions that you guys have, and I would be happy to answer them. Or if you guys have any dad jokes. I absolutely love dad jokes, so feel free to share. Let's see, probably the best thing to do is to get rid of some of the items in my pocket. Animal Crossing, the game where you can actually push full-grown trees. Oh, hello, Poppy. So I'm just kind of laying out some of the wheat fields, trying to empty up my pockets just a little bit to be able to start moving plants. So that's what I'm kind of working on here. Oh, I also wanted to share something really sweet that my husband did. So last weekend in America was Mother's Day. And I don't have a kid, not yet, but I do have a fur baby. And so my husband decided that he wanted to get me a cute little sweatshirt with my puppy dog on it. So he got that for me for Mother's Day. And I thought it was the cutest thing ever. So, bad dad joke. Why do cows have hooves instead of feet? I've heard this one before, but I'll admit I do not remember the answer. Oh, because they lactose. I've heard that one. Here you go, Melissa. Here's one for you. What kind of flowers are there in the Shire? I don't actually know. But what I'm going towards is more of the pink, the whites, the greens, trying to stay with kind of like a cutesy look. I'm sure they have all types of colors and all types of plants in the Shire. But what I'm trying to do for mine is just kind of keep it as a very springy type island. So, what's KK? All right. Well, hello everybody who's joined the stream so far. I'm so happy you guys are here. But here's a dad joke for you guys. How do you count cows? I'll give people a chance to answer. Oh, of course. Any guesses on how you count cows? Christina, who's KK? Remind me. Not the one I wanted. Oh, come on. Of course I'm going to get stuck here. There we go. I get stuck on my own island. If you guys have never seen my island tours, I'm a very adventurous individual who likes to explore all aspects of an island. And it has gotten me stuck. I don't know how many times. So I have this talent for getting stuck. Oh, hang on, guys. We got... Come here, Fluffy. We got a visitor today. So this is my dog, Blue. This is what he looks like. This is my fur baby. But he just kind of decided to come up and say hi. So... Okay, Slider. No, he's a mini Aussie where I don't know what kind of breed KK Slider would be. I can't believe that's my brain not functioning already in the morning. KK Slider. Yes, that is his name. I just blanked on it, so I apologize for that. All right, what else do I have up here that I need to get rid of before I go? I could do a mum cushion right here. He is a cutie. Though I always have this running joke that you'd never want to tell him he's cute too many times because he would not be able to fit through the door. It's like he knows when somebody is telling him he's cute. He just knows. And he just gets so happy about it. And it's super funny. Because he's like, yeah, I know I'm cute. We're gonna have to move this back. Yeah, Golden, it's been really flaky today. My audio has, and I do not know what's going on. It's pretty much the same settings from the last round, and for some reason I'm just having some audio issues. So, after the stream, what I'm going to try to do is figure out what the heck's going on with it and try to get that fixed. Sounds like something's vacuuming. It's just weird that it's acting up because, like I said, these are the same settings from my last live stream. Haven't changed anything, so super loud setting. Okay. And it's weird because like I'm not touching anything when it comes to my audio. I'm not adjusting anything. I'm simply just walking around. It's like all of a sudden things want to connect or not connect. So I'm going to go ahead and try to lock my volumes here to see if that might help. And maybe it won't oddly adjust. I'm hoping that might fix it. Oh. Yes, managed that one. Where was the other one that I wanted to do? There was another tree that I wanted to get to a certain size. I'm trying to remember where that's at. Oh, I remember where it's at. I remember now. In case it's not, or in case it's too big, I'll go grab one of these other trees. Oh no! Might be able to call him back in here. Hang on a second. Fluffy! Fluffy! We'll see if he comes back. Sometimes he just likes to ignore me too, because he's like, I know you're on camera, Mom. I don't want to be a part of this. Yes, in the beginning, I did have issues with sound and never quite figured out what was going on with that. And then now that I'm trying something new, live streaming and stuff, of course, sound issues again. But if there was any time, if there was any issue that I would have with live streaming, I think sound would be the one that I'd prefer to have. Okay, hang on. Yeah, it's just trying to find those balances and stuff is always kind of difficult sometimes. You grew up with beagles? Oh my goodness. All right, here you guys go. Here's Blue again. Hello. And he's like, I'm done. Okay, so to get back to the joke, how do you count cows? You use a calculator. Okay, Matilda, you should totally do a miniature core island. Totally should do it. There we go. This is the first time you're ever seeing my channel? Well, welcome. I'm so excited that you are here. I'm excited that everybody's here, actually. You guys are so amazing. Yes, so he's actually a mini Australian Shepherd. The official name is called Mini American Shepherd. They run anywhere between 25 and 35 pounds, so they're about half the size of a regular Australian Shepherd. But yeah, he's a mini Aussie. Okay, so we have the mini trees. I want this to get to be 2 sizes bigger, so I don't want the necessarily big cedar tree, but I want like the large one. So that's what I'm going for there. And then I think I'll go grab another mini one and I'll put one there. But first, let's get rid of these guys. I might have to put them off to the side. And don't forget, Matilda, if you do the mini core, your villagers have to be mini too. Oh, you're... But thank you for letting us know. All right. I can speak from experience, guys, that Matilda has a very long list of island themes that she wants to do. But it's always a gamble on which one she's going to do next. I just know she has a very long list. So we'll take this one. You could do hamsters or you could do mice. Mice would be another good one. Although their ears kind of make them feel taller than what they actually are. Do I let anyone add me on Switch? Yeah, I have no problems adding friends. If you're talking about like Switch friend codes, yeah. As long as we've talked, that's my only thing is as long as we've talked and had contact and communication, I have no problem with it. I'm waiting for a message to pop up from my husband because he's also watching the stream and be like, hang on. But if you want to become friends, just message me on Instagram. My screen name for YouTube is the same as my Instagram, so just message me on there. I don't necessarily like to make it public, but as long as we've talked and had connections and stuff like that, I have no problem adding you. I'm in the same too, have so many ideas. You do, Evie. You have so many great ideas, though. Cubs. Maybe even duck. Ooh, ducks. I'm excited. One of the islands that I'm touring for next week, she either has all ducks or all frogs. I can't remember which one it is. I want to say it's all ducks. All right, I think we're back. Oh my goodness. Can everybody hear me? That's the first test. Can everybody hear me? Awesome. That's always my fear, is like I come back and I start talking and no one can hear me. So, all right. Okay, so OBM or OBS crashed. It's a known issue. I believe Horrible Gaming, Nora, has been experiencing this as well. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to continue with the stream for the rest of the day, and then I'm going to work on trying to fix it. And then I don't know if we'll do... So normally I'd like to do live streams every Wednesday, except for days that I'm going to do live streams on Saturdays. Oh my goodness. So let's see. Let me see. Okay. Says that I had froze again. Let's see. There we go. Alright, is everything working? Because like what I'm seeing in OBS is very different than what I see on YouTube. So if it ends up acting up, just let me know, guys. But anyway, I'm gonna try to do live streams once a week. It's either gonna flip-flop on Wednesdays or Saturday mornings. So Wednesday nights either at 7 or Saturday mornings at 10 a.m. My time. But I'm gonna try to work on this, and for the next week or so try to figure out what's going on. If I get it fixed in time for Wednesday's streaming, I'll try to do that. I don't know if we're gonna do Saturday because I'm supposed to go up and help my dad with helping him take care of some of his gardens at his house, because he's got a big event happening not this upcoming week but the week following, and I told him that I'd come help him with that. Is that any better? Still white noise. Is this any better at all? Maybe trying to contact you because it sounds really weird. Better on Razer. Okay, so I will take it off. So it sounds like it might be my mic. So I have a microphone in front of me here that I use. It could be that connection, so I will work on that. It's supposed to be a really good microphone. And then, of course, my sound just goes out again. Hang on a second. Hold on. Any better? I wonder if it's putting stress on my cord. Okay, so we'll continue with the razor then. Old Faithful right here. Old Faithful. Oh my goodness. Okay, I guess we're going to be using the razor for a while. Which is really sad because I really liked the Fifine microphone. And if it's causing my issues, is attacked by alien, it doesn't matter. Touche, touche. If it's attacked, it has been compromised, you guys. And maybe it's like too many inputs coming into OBS that it's just overloading it. So maybe by keeping it to just one thing, so like input coming from one device, my headset, might be better as well. So think we should be honored that aliens have chosen to contact us. I don't know if I'd be honored or afraid. I have seen too many scary movies around or thrillers around aliens. Has anybody seen the movie War of Worlds? It stars Tom Cruise, I believe. Gets beamed. Oh my god. What are we doing here? Okay. Yeah. I'm so popular. I'm all the way. So wait, does that mean that I get to meet Channing Tatum? Because he's in the movie Jupiter Ascending, and it has to do with Can you guys hear me? Oh my gosh. Picks back, say something. How's this? Is this good for sound? Awesome. Oh my gosh, Matilda. Well, to answer your question, they weren't green aliens as we have been led to believe. They are various different shapes, sizes, colors, species. They were very different. It's kind of the best way to describe it is a mixture of like Star Wars and the Enterprise, where they like all come together and they were observing Earth and wanting to know how people were. So I was one of many that got beamed up, so I wasn't alone. It was a quick thing, though. It was very quick. They just asked me a few questions, and that was it. I could get into, if you guys have ever seen it, there is a Saturday Night Live skit. Saturday Night Live skit that has to do with people getting beamed up into outer space with aliens. So all right, Christina, thank you so much for joining us on the live stream. I really appreciate it. I apologize for all these technical difficulties, guys, that we are experiencing. Husband and I have a plan on what we're going to do. We're going to try to revert OBS to the update it was before this recent one, because I think ever since I did this recent update, it has caused so many issues. I'm not the only one that has had this issue, so these issues with it crashing and having problems. So we're going to try to revert it back, because before we did the update, the only issues we had were internet related. Like, we didn't really have them. Aliens blocking explanation. Should stop talking. Oh my goodness. Are you guys able to hear me now? How is that? Is that better? Let's see. It's so weird. Now I can hear game sound, but can't hear me. Go back out to the razor. Better. Awesome. Okay. That was really weird because I could even, so like I'm able to see my audio bar at the bottom to see like how my sound is doing, and it was just completely red. Like normally it's green, yellow, and red. Green indicating that it's good sound, yellow meaning that I'm too loud, and then obviously red being way loud. And it was turning the whole bar red. And it was just so weird. I don't know why it was causing that, but yeah. So anyway, it's because Matilda, it's because you keep talking about them. They don't want to hear it. They don't want you to talk about them. They're supposed to be a secret. Okay. So let's get back to streaming. Wrong one. So we can just give Matilda a hard time for my sound quality. Okay. No. The code word. Should we call them meatballs? Oh my gosh. Yes, let's talk about the meatballs. Who needs coffee in the morning when we have Matilda with us? Just wake us right up. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Hi. Hi, Buppers. He wanted to say hi again, guys. Wanted to check to make sure that everybody was okay and safe. Need to go. Figured out that we caught on to them. You don't. Yeah, your Swedish is coming out there, Matilda. Oh, hello. Yes, hello. He's like, you need to keep petting me now. All right. Let's start moving some flowers, guys. What's up? For now, don't go. Because I have a plan for moving people on, so. He's back. You're talking about. Yes, he got excited because he thought we were talking about actual meatballs, not meatballs. Those other meatballs. So he's like all excited, like, ooh, hey, food. Okay, we're just gonna drop these off here. Dang it. I was trying to keep these organized. Didn't work. Let's do this. And then we'll do the left. There we go. Okay, so let's go get these flowers down here. And I said flowers, not bush. I know, listening are hard. We officially ruined the word meatballs. Oh my goodness. We can officially chalk this up as the most entertaining stream. Jeez. There we go. I don't even know what we were talking about before, but all of a sudden we're talking about aliens. Oh my gosh. Aliens and meatballs and everything else in between. I'm really trying to think hard on what it was that I was talking about before everything crashed, and I am blanking so hard right now. Let's see if I can go back up in the... I'm trying to piece together what we talked about. Oh, we were talking about the mini core and rabbits, and or rabbits being another good villager for the mini core. Daily dose of coffee. That's what you are. You definitely help wake me up in the mornings. You definitely do that. The meatballs. Oh, no. They're back again. Is that better? It's good again. We can hear you. Oh my god. Still good on the sound end? Maybe they're just worried that we are sharing their secrets. Like we're onto something here, guys. And they're just concerned that we're sharing secrets that shouldn't be shared. I could see that being. There we go. No, that's not what I want. Ah. Not the one I wanted. Go behind me, dang it. Again, sounds bad. Okay. Meatball alert. Is that better, guys? Okay. This is how you guys know if there's going to be a meatball attack. Is my sound will go out, so then you guys can get your tinfoil hats on and everything else you need to protect yourselves. So, providing a service, guys. I try so hard for you guys. Is that better, guys? It's like 1 minute it wants to work and the other minute it does not. Is that any better, guys? Can't hear anything. What? Just silence. Oh my goodness. I'm giving you this. I said, I think we're hitting on something that they don't want us to talk about. And so they are monitoring us. And anytime we say something that they don't like, they will silence me. Though in sound, not any other way. Oh my gosh. Like I said, guys, I appreciate you sticking out with me during this whole thing. It's been crazy trying to figure this out. So I really, really appreciate it, you guys. Oh no. Gotta go get a new shovel now. I should just like buy a bunch of shovels and just have them on hand, or just like plopped throughout my island as I move things around. Oh, wrong one. Not in any other way yet. Don't encourage them, Matilda. We don't need that kind of talk around here. Don't give them any ideas. There we go. Okay. Still able to hear me, right? Let's see. Hopefully you guys can still hear me here. Yes, awesome. Okay. Let's get a few of these. I did not want the red ones. That is not what we agreed upon. Okay. No. Not for a second, but good now. Definitely took that as a Yes, they are. They totally are. They're probably thinking, okay, how can we mess with Catesy today? Let's see what we can do. That's probably their whole thought process during this entire stream is ways to mess with me. I would not be surprised if that was the case. I don't want to disturb the bee. He's working very, very hard. Just out of curiosity, you guys, do you find it easier or better if I do streaming on the weekend? Try to figure out a time to do that on the weekend, or is it easier on the weekday? I know Matilda weekend is definitely for you because you're 8 hours ahead of me. But I'm just kind of curious, posing that question for pretty much everybody. Question time. What has been the most challenging part so far about Hobbiton? Kind of figuring out where everything's going to go, because when I originally started off designing and working on this island, I had a vision of what I wanted to have done where, and over time realized that wasn't necessarily going to become a reality. So with that, I had to just kind of adjust on things and figure out where everything was really going to go. So I think that's the biggest. So that would be the biggest challenge, is figuring out where or taking my ideas, putting them onto the island, and then adjusting as I find out that things aren't always necessarily going to go the way that I want them to go. But I suppose that's life in a way too. You just kind of have to continuously make adjustments based upon situations and stuff. So, okay. So I know we don't have that full area completely done. I'm going to keep putting flowers in there as I get them and whatnot. But what I'm going to do is we're going to shift over to this other side. I know we don't have too much longer left because I am going to stop the stream at noon my time, partly because of the fact that we have to run some equipment back to a friend that we had been borrowing, and also the Renaissance Festival is in town this weekend. They only open up one weekend in the spring, and I want to go check it out. Swedish chocolate in the box. I know, it's because I didn't have anybody set up yet to to move in. If I did, then I definitely would have. I would have let Truffles leave in a heartbeat. But like I said, I didn't have anybody else lined up for her to take their place, so. But anyway, yeah, we have the Renaissance Festival. I actually get dressed up every single time we go. I love the Renaissance Festival. If you don't know what it is, it's basically a place that you can dress up in kind of like medieval fantasy, Renaissance-y outfits and stuff like that. It's a lot of fun to go to. I do have amiibos, but it takes 3 days. It takes 3 days to get those guys in there. But anyway, so we'll be going to that, which I'm excited for. I don't know if you guys can really see, but on this side, behind me over here, I have a bunch of clothes and stuff on my drawing table. That is actually going to be my outfit for the Renaissance Festival. I have corsets, shirts, things like that that I wear, and I'm trying to perfect the look and feel of a particular character that I'd like to have during the Ren Fair, because eventually I want to sell merchandise at the Ren Fair. I'm going to start doing some crafts, some things like that to be able to sell. And I want to create a character that will be responsible for selling this merchandise. I'm still working out the kinks of this character, but she's going to be a very bubbly and spunky individual. Plot is empty. Pretty sure you... So that's pretty close to 3. Well, like... I don't know. From my understanding, it's not necessarily 3 times in a row, but it's 3 times, and then you can invite them. Even if you have an empty plot on your island and you've invited them twice, you still need to invite them the other time. Which is kind of a pain, because I'm like, dude, where are you? Mama. Actually, I'm going to turn this all into... Can you hear me now? Are you able to hear my audio at all now? Oh my gosh. Are you able to hear me now at least? Okay, perfect. So my answer to that is I do have amiibos. I have 3 villagers left that I need to invite. And then from there, I should be good on my villagers. The thing is like, it still takes 3 days to have them move to your island. So if I have an empty plot, I'm concerned that it will go out or that it will be filled before I can invite them. So that's part of the reason. So I just do the whole push people out when I'm ready to push them out. There we go. I saw that the audio went out. So I was like trying to proactively fix it. That's true. I'll probably invite. Yeah. I'll still kick her out in 3 days. I also have to strategically plan for who I want to move where. Because let's see, where's Truffles at? Oh, so right there. Let's see. So I have 3 villagers left that I'm thinking of. So I have Apple, I have Hamlet, and then I have Hazel that I'm inviting onto the island. I'm torn between which one I want to have be the one in charge of the farming. So the lower left corner, not the peninsula, but the other one that I'm moving all of the farming to. I haven't decided who I want to be the farmer or to be the person in charge of the produce and stuff. So rule number 1, Matilda's always right. Oh my gosh. Rule 1 always applies. Oh my goodness. That is true. You are right a majority of the time. Oh my goodness. Is there a rule 3, Matilda? Or is it just rule 1 and 2? Let's see. Where do we want? There we go. Do. All right, so I'm just kind of building this area up a little bit. I laid down the path there to know where I'm putting my stairs. Rule number 3, the few times she is wrong, either A, doesn't matter, or B, rule number 2 automatically. I'm gonna have to send you this skit of this, I think he's a professor of some kind, where he breaks down if he and his wife get into an argument. So if they get into an argument and his wife, Laura, is right and he is wrong, Laura's right. So it indicates, like, they go through different scenarios of him being right, her being wrong, him being wrong. Like, it's hilarious. And I'm going to have to send that to you. But it is just way too funny. Because it's way too true. wonder if my capture card is having issues today too. Because technically, like my OBS helps me organize everything and then push it towards streaming. And then I have my capture card, which pulls all of the audio, all of the game in that aspect. The only thing it doesn't do is my video stream. So I think everything is kind of going through my capture card and then coming into OBS. So I'm wondering if there might be a misconnection there too. Maybe that just means that I'm going to have to get a capture card installed into my computer. Not something I'm pushing for at all. In case you guys couldn't tell. Is that better, guys? I don't know if you guys heard me or not, but I'm messaging my husband on another area so that way I can make adjustments on the fly. You guys able to still hear me or no? Awesome. Anyway, I mentioned something about getting a new capture card and he's like, it's fine. Capture card is fine. You don't need to spend more money. It's fine. Matilda, you're a trendsetter. Are you proud of knowing that you're a trendsetter? Let's see where we at for this. It's not looking too bad. So proud. It's going to be Matilda's claim to fame. It's funny that we're using MA because MA is also the abbreviation of Massachusetts. I know I butchered that one. And I know how to say the word, it's just my tongue is really tied right now. It's a, but Massachusetts is, it's a state here in the U.S. We'll just blame my tongue tying to the audio. It's totally the audio. Oh no, it's beginning to rain. It's not going to get me a Nobel Prize or anything. It's the... That is true. It is the little things in life. You got to celebrate those little things. They make life so entertaining. There. Is that better? I think I've got it. Um, have you guys ever seen either War of Worlds with Tom Cruise in it, or the newest movie called Nope? Have you guys seen that? Because it's movies like those that make me terrified of what is out there. Wait, did I grab it? Or did I not? I was so focused on... Ah, I did. Perfect. Haven't seen them. So if you're interested in suspenseful type movies, those definitely will get you. They're very much thrillers, so just to give you a heads up on that, if you're not into like very suspenseful, like on the edge of your seat type movies, might have a challenge with them. I know that during the movie Nope, I was hiding underneath my husband's legs the entire time. So he was sitting in a chair behind me and I was sitting in front of him. And every single time that it got to a very suspenseful part of the movie, I literally ducked my head underneath his legs. My streams are suspense enough. Oh, don't worry. These movies are way more suspenseful than mine. But surprisingly, I have seen War of Worlds a few times. And it gets easier. It's just I'm a very creative person. So if I see something like that movie, my mind can't help but wander and think, this is actually possible. This could actually happen because of the fact that we don't have enough information about what's beyond anything or beyond our scope of things. And so that's what makes it suspenseful to me because of the fact that it's like this actually could happen. The same thing with Nope. It's again the whole extraterrestrial thing, and I don't want to give anything away on it because if you guys decide that you do want to see it, I don't want to take any experience away on it. There's some pretty good realistic humor in this movie, or in Nope, that I was just like, oh yeah, that would totally be me in this situation. So They're good. I just was not ready for how suspenseful they were at that time. So horror movie is Is that better? Oh my goodness. So you haven't actually seen a horror movie? Are you saying like you've seen movies like Scream and The Ring and you just don't get scared with them, or you just avoid them altogether, Golden? Are you like me and just avoid them? Because I definitely avoid them. Yes, I do be back. All right. Hang on. So I want to create kind of this lake area. No, I just haven't ever seen one. Definitely try to avoid them. I do too. I've never seen The Ring. I've never seen Scream. I've never seen any of those classic Halloween horror movies, which is really funny because I will watch movies like Dracula, Underworld, things like that. I love those, but yet I can't do all that other stuff. So I'm super weird about that. I can't really explain why. Wah! But like I love the Underworld series. It's not suspenseful in my book. It's very action packed. So if that's something you're into, that's not a bad series in my opinion anyway. Now, the Twilight, I think so Twilight had a very good world building to it. It was definitely something that is it Stephanie Meyer, I think it is. She could have taken that and just run with it. I think she created this whole great idea. The thing that I didn't like about it, and maybe because of the fact that it was geared towards that teenager, like more towards teenagers and preteens, and when I read it, I was more of an adult. I just didn't like how dependent Bella was, and that she couldn't really, it felt like she couldn't really do a lot on her own. So, sorry if you like the Twilight series. Definitely not trying to make enemies here, but just my thoughts, ouch, and opinions on it. Lord of the Rings series, since we're on Hobbiton, absolutely enjoyed both the movies and the books. The books I actually had to listen to because when it comes to reading, I have to be captivated. So if you don't captivate me within a certain time period, I lose interest. And that was a realization with the Lord of the Rings series because we ran into the issue of we are on page 50 and we still haven't left a Shire. We're still explaining who's related to whom. So I was just like, ouch. Oh no. Scream has nothing. Scream is child's movie in comparison. I will have to take your word on it. Hi, Maple. I will definitely have to take your word on it, Matilda, because I don't think that I will be able to watch that one. But the thing that I liked about the movies is obviously the action pack kind of stuff. What I didn't like was the portrayal of Aragorn. So the Lost King, if you haven't seen it, sorry, spoilers. In the books, he accepts the fate of being the king, whereas in the movies he resisted. And I liked it better that he accepted it and just was waiting for the right time to reveal himself. Because if he just showed up and said, I was the king, people are going to be skeptical. And that makes sense, because it's like all of a sudden this person from nowhere just shows up and is like, yeah, I'm the king. And it's like, are ya? But he had to wait for special circumstances to... Oh. He had to wait for special circumstances. There we go. Is that better? I don't know why it just randomly just starts doing that. I'm not changing anything. I'm not doing anything. It's just out to get me. Is that better, guys? Perfect. I do love the MA. It's fantastic. Watch you guys go to other streams and just start saying that, and people are going to be like, what? Aren't attacking at random, so it makes no sense at all. Oh my gosh. One book that I actually really liked, if you like medieval fantasy, it's a book called Sword and Song. The author, I can't think of how to pronounce her last name, but the first name is Angela, I believe it is. It was the first book that I ever read that the hero was a female and was my type of hero, because I never really liked the idea of being a princess needing to be saved or anything like that. And so when you read traditional books, that's what it was, is that the princess gets saved by the prince and all this other stuff. Does show up on screen, okay. So like, I didn't really like that in most books. So then when I read Sword and Song, that was the first time that I ever read where the hero was actually a woman who wielded a sword. And I thought this was the coolest thing ever. And I could really relate to this person in so many ways. I actually got to meet the author before she published the book. She was a student attending a college in my hometown. And it was because of her that I decided that one day I want to write my own book. So I have ideas for a book that I want to write. It does involve fantasy, dragons, all of that fun stuff. I've actually got notes over here for world building and stuff. So I'm hoping to start working on it and publish a book someday. That's what makes Frozen so good. And she's also coming to accept her. That is true. I will give you that. Frozen is definitely a really good good movie. There's also going to be meatballs in your book. There we go. Okay. My audio cut out there for a second. I could hear it. Yeah, meatball shows up in my book. No, Frozen was really good. I will agree to that. It's not my favorite because there is a special place in my heart for Tangled. That was one where the girl was locked in the tower kind of thing, Rapunzel type thing, if you haven't seen it. Very, very cute story, very cute characters. I loved her personality in that, trying to figure out who she is, overcoming a abusive relationship she has with her mother. And then of course there's Flynn Rider. Flynn Rider's just hot. Sorry, husband. But yeah, I really liked Tangled. I loved it because Flynn Rider was like the first character to really be realistic in the sense of she's like, I decided to trust you. And he's like, that's a horrible idea. That's just the worst idea you could possibly. There you go. Being trapped in the tower. Yeah, you're right. It is kind of a pandemic type movie. It's that better. I switched input feeds. I switched which cord goes into which input. So hopefully that works. Oh my gosh. But yeah, I absolutely loved Tangled because Flynn Rider was just the best. Absolutely the best. That's true, they are. They totally are. They're gonna be like, what? MA? Huh? Oh my gosh. Well, at least we can say that we've got our own thing going now. All right, I'm just gonna finish this part up a little bit. Actually, gonna keep the trend going. Good. That'll be fantastic. Oh, we've already got fishies that are swimming in the water. Oh my goodness. All the people from yeah, we're calling out, calling them out. Oh my gosh. Yes, for sure keep the trend going, you guys. Hopefully, in the future, we have less MAs. But if we do, we at least are entertained by it. Now I'm just kind of debating, do I want to bring this little pond all the way down and across and have a little bridge that goes across here? Or, I mean, I could make this a whole river thing. I would. All right, can you guys hear me? Can everyone hear me okay? Perfect. Oh my goodness, guys. It has been super crazy. Yes, they really got me this time. So, well, guys, thank you so much for coming on this live stream. I know we've had a lot of technical difficulties with this one. Hoping to get those fixed. My husband has some ideas on how we can improve this for next time. So, crossing our fingers. Depending on how those tests go and how everything turns out, will determine when we actually do a live stream this next week. But don't worry, guys, I am not discouraged. We're still going to do live streams. We're still going to be participating in these. So I will definitely keep these going. So, but thank you guys so much for joining me on this live stream. It means a lot. Your guys' support means a lot to me. Your interaction means a lot to me. So thank you, thank you, thank you. This was a lot of fun. It really was, guys. So I know, like I said, we had technical difficulties, but it was a blast. So thank you for being such amazing people and, sticking through it with me. So great, great stream, guys. Despite the technical difficulties, it was so much fun. So again, thank you. Wherever you guys are in this amazing world, have a wonderful rest of your day. Keep on being inspirational. And until next time, guys, bye-bye.